the regular meeting and move on to new business.
Recording in progress.
I'll make a motion to table item A under new business.
Second.
Anyone have any questions, comments? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously. Next one.
I move to approve the request of Newport Turnberry Estates Partners, LLC, and authorize a town manager to execute on behalf of the town of Watertown any and all documents and deeds over to Turnberry contain parcels of land, specifically the undeveloped roads, conservation areas in the Davley Court and Lamfair Drive portion of Highview Estate subdivision.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Okay.
So as many of you know, Highview Estates subdivision up off the Straits Turnpike. Is this on?
No.
Now it is. Up off of Straits Turnpike, there were two roads up there that were not developed, Lamfair Drive and Davley Court. They were set into abeyance at the request of the developer so that he could get back some of his bond money as he tried to develop the rest of the properties. It has sat there, nothing has been developed up there, the roads have not been developed, nothing's been built, and another developer has now come in and gotten approval in August for a 34-unit age-restricted housing development up there. Planning and Zoning's already approved it, Wetlands has already approved it. At this point, all we need to do is release certain restrictions and deed over anything that may have been deeded to the town as part of that original subdivision approval. So if you look at the map I just gave you, and if you hold it this way and look towards the bottom, you'll see Pondview Drive, kind of in the center at the bottom, and you see a road just above that. That's a short area of road that is not within the property that's being developed, but which they need in order to access their property. So one of the deeds is just to transfer that property to the developer, because all the roads in this development will be private. That's another advantage to it, is they're all private roads, nothing for the town to take care of. The other deed is for the rest of the roads, and they're quitclaim deeds, which means we give you anything we may have, because nobody even knows if they ever actually transferred the deeds for those roads. I don't think they ever were, but the developer just wants to be sure that there's no question about the deeds, no question about the roads, so we're going to deed them back. The roads that are going in there for the new development don't follow these at all. Then there's a third document, which is a release, which releases a lot of the restrictions, conservation easements, only within this area. And this area encompasses what was lots 31 through 50 of the Highview subdivision. So all I'm asking is that you allow the town manager to sign those documents so that this already approved development can go forward. They can transfer the title, and when you do it subject to approval by the Planning and Zoning Commission under General Statute Section 8-24.
Okay.
I don't know if there's any questions.
Anyone?
Quick question, comment. So in summary, the original owner had it. When they had the plans approved, they transferred ownership of these roads, or at least control of them, to the town. Now the town's giving them back so that they could sell the
Correct.
developed property. Okay.
Anybody else?
Through the chair.
Sure.
Can you just say a little bit more about the conservation easements? Those exist now, but would go away?
Well, they would go away, but the new development has its own conservation easement areas and
Oh.
open space.
Oh, okay.
So the problem is they're not in the same spots because the lots are not in the same spot.
Okay, makes sense. Thank you.
Anyone else? Thank you. All those in favor of the motion as it was written, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed or abstaining?
I'm going to abstain, Mayor.
Mr. Demers is abstaining. Item C,
I move to authorize an appropriation from the general fund in the amount of $1,000 for senior center activities. Funds received through the Thomaston Savings Bank Foundation for Senior Center Programs.
do we have a second?
Second.
Anyone have any questions or comments? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
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 The motion passes unanimously.
I move to authorize appropriation from the general fund in the amount of $3,000 for the fuel bank. Funds received from Thomaston Savings Bank Foundation as a contribution to the fuel banks.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Anybody have any comment or question? Hearing none, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The motion passed unanimously.
I move to approve the 2025 Crestbrook Park golf fee schedule as recommended by the Park and Recs Commission with no changes to the fees for 2025 year.
We have a second.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any comments?
Quick question, comment. No change in the
It says no change in the fees.
fees, but the golf cart rental is changing? Is that an accurate statement? In the memo we have from Park and Rec, it says the 2024 golf cart rental fee recently increased to $10 for 9 holes and $20 for 18 holes. Recommends, I misread it, so yes, staying the same.
It's the same. Anyone have any questions other than that?
I have a
Yes.
couple of questions. Is there a way you can just pay for one round of golf, and is that staying the same?
Everything is staying the same according to what we were told. Here. There it is.
Thank you. Good evening. Michael Gainham, Director of Parks and Recreation. The fees that we're bringing forward to your, for your approval this evening for your consideration is for the membership fees. The daily rounds change. They're based on market rate, real time.
Okay, so like maybe even in the course of a season? they
Yes,
would-
course of a day.
Oh, okay. And when was the last time the membership rates were changed?
As far as I know, the membership rates were adjusted slightly 2 years ago.
Okay. And obviously it was a unanimous decision, but what was the reasoning behind not changing the rates?
Well, we did a lot of research compared to other rates in the region with comparable courses. This is going to be my second year to be able to evaluate the operations at Crestbrook Golf Course. One of the things that I advocated was to try to keep the baseline the same so that I could evaluate accordingly without having somebody to be able to say, well, we went up on the fees and therefore. I would like to be able to establish some protocols.
Okay, thank you. That's helpful.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? The motion passes unanimously.
I move to authorize from the general fund in the amount of $29,664 for the town of Watertown, 20% portion of the state of Connecticut 2023 Connecticut Department of Transportation 5310 grant to be used for the purchase of a senior center bus.
Is there a second?
Second.
That was
Anyone have any questions or comments?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, it says on the back, we haven't gotten approved yet by the state?
This particular grant,
Yeah.
yes, we've been awarded this grant.
All right, because it says on here, and we would find out if traditional, I was looking at the flow chart on the back last page. It looked like we didn't get approved yet. You know, and then it says, oh, yeah, if selected for forward, that your organization will be expected to pay the required extra amount that, you know, from the 100, the $29,000 we would have to pay. Now, is this a used vehicle?
No, this is new.
No? It's a leftover?
It's a, I think you have a picture of that in your packet.
Yeah, it just showed that, it just said that it was like a 2023, and it showed the 20 seats or whatever in there. but
Right.
I just didn't know, I didn't know if it was like a leftover, or if it was something that has miles on it already, or
No, it's brand new.
brand new.
Yeah, I don't know if there's still a log jam for the receipt. I'm optimistic that we'll be able to, that the state will meet this timeline, but towns have been waiting for their vehicles.
Okay.
Anyone else?
Oh, to the chair. Do you know what the average ridership is for these buses? Like, I mean, do the buses, are they ever totally full for certain events, like some of the senior
Special
center?
events, they'll be full,
Uh-huh.
and there's times when we might have support staff even trailing the buses.
Okay.
But locally, it depends. Ridership varies.
Yeah, okay, that's what I thought. Thank you.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion passes unanimously.
Thank you.
I move to authorize an appropriation from the general fund in the amount of $7,033.32. Funds received from the state of Connecticut for early voting expenses associated with the election.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Are there any questions? I would be curious, did we submit something to the state looking for this specific amount, do you know? Or did they just send it to us?
I don't
Good-
have that.
Good
information.
question. Yeah, okay. From talking to them, I would assume that they submitted something because the amount is so specific.
Madam Chairman, if you just give me a second, my agenda is different than yours, so I'm having trouble following the meeting.
Okay. That's okay, it's not important. I can talk to
Do you
the,
have the answer? Okay. That would be wonderful.
to the registrars.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I apologize. Yes, that was a grant that was awarded throughout the state, so we were not the only municipality. It was a specific amount that was given to Watertown. They did receive the monies, and we're just trying to put it back in the line item as we expense it through the current voting year.
Okay. Anyone else? All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
The motion passes unanimously.
I move to approve the resolution authorizing appropriation from the general fund in the amount of $1,317.35 for tax refunds.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone abstaining? Motion passes unanimously.
I move to approve the resolution authorizing the tax refunds.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion passes unanimously.